another session on problem solving and ideation workshop. So the steps of the creative problem solving processes. Step 1, we have to clarify. Step 2, ideate. Step 3, develop. Step 4, implement. And the last, evaluate. Clarify. To clarify is a critical step of recognizing the existence of a gap between the current state and a desired state. This can also be the thought of as having new awareness which occurs when the entrepreneur notes a gap between societal or customer needs and actual circumstances. Clarifying the problem by speaking with clients and developing a detailed description of the problems, which brings the specifics of a problem to light. The failure to identify the specifics of a problem leaves the entrepreneur with the impossible task of solving a ghost problem, a problem that is fully unknown or unseen. To establish and maintain credibility, an entrepreneur must clarify the problem by focusing on solving the problem itself, rather than solving a symptom of the problem. For example, if a farm could have polluted water, but it would not be enough to solve the problem only on that farm. Clarifying would involve identifying the source of the pollution to adequately tackle the problem. After gaining an understanding of a problem, the entrepreneur should begin to formulate plans for eliminating the gap. Ideate. To ideate is the step of the creative problem solving process that involves generating and detailing ideas by the entrepreneur. After collecting all information relevant to the problem, the entrepreneur lists as many causes of the problem as possible. This is the step in which the largest variety of ideas are put forth. Each idea must be evaluated for feasibility and cost as a solution to the problem. If a farm does not have clean water, for example, the entrepreneur must list causes of toxic water and eliminate as many of those causes as possible. The entrepreneur must then move forward, investigating solutions to bring the water back to a safe state. If, say, nearby livestock are polluting the water, the livestock should be isolated from the water source. Develop. Next to develop is the step in which the entrepreneur takes the list of ideas generated and tests each solution for feasibility. The entrepreneur must consider the cost of each idea and the obstacles to implementation. In the preceding example, adding a chemical to the water may not be a feasible solution to the farmer. Not every farmer wants additional chloride or fluoride added to the water due to the effect on both humans and livestock. These trade-offs should be addressed in the feasibility assessment. The farmer might prefer a filtration system, but the cost of that solution might not be practicable. The entrepreneur should identify and assess alternative solutions to find one that is most cost-effective and feasible to the customer. Next, to implement. To implement is a step in which the solution to the problem is tested and evaluated. The entrepreneur walks through the planned implementation with the client and tests each part of the solution. If a service or thoroughly tests a developed good, the entrepreneur implements the solution and goes through a structured system of follow-up to ensure the solution remains effective and viable. In the water example, for example, the solution would be reducing runoff from toxic insecticides by adding prairie strips, buffers of grass, and vegetation along banks of streams. To evaluate is the step in which the final solution is assessed. This is a very important step that entrepreneurs often overlook. Any fallacy in the implementation of the product or service is reassessed and new solutions are implemented. A continual testing process may be needed to find the final solution. The prairie strips, buffers of grass, and vegetation along banks of the streams chosen in the farming water, for example, should be analyzed and tested to ensure the chosen solution changes the content of the water. Good brainstorming is a means to gather as many ideas as possible and expand on them at a later stage. Next, the introductory questions. What are the goals we hope to achieve today? What are the facts about the projects or obstacles? What insights do you have in terms of information, figures, or data that will be helpful? What additional data or resources do you need to solve this challenge? What about this project is exciting?